You have goals that matter to you. You want to build something meaningful, change your life, and finally make real progress on the future you keep thinking about. But lately, you don't feel motivated. You know what you should do, but when it's time to begin, the energy isn't there. So you wait. You wait for the right mood. You wait for inspiration. You wait for that powerful feeling that tells you today is the day. And while you're waiting, days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months. The life you want keeps receiving nothing from you. Bro, what if motivation was never supposed to come first? What if motivation is not the fuel that creates action? What if motivation is the emotional feedback you receive after you prove to yourself that you can move? Because you don't need more motivational content. You need evidence. Evidence that your word means something. Evidence that you can begin before you feel ready. Evidence that one small action can change your energy. In this video, I want to show you why waiting for motivation keeps you stuck. The moment I learned that movement can reveal a future you cannot see while standing still, and a simple reset you can use today to create momentum without forcing yourself to feel inspired. Most people think the cycle works like this. First, I feel motivated. Then I take action. Then I make progress. But for most meaningful work, the cycle is usually reversed. You take action, the action creates evidence. Evidence builds belief, and that belief creates more energy to continue. Motivation is not always the beginning of the process. Sometimes motivation is the reward for entering the process. The problem is that when we look at the entire dream at once, your brain doesn't see a first step. It sees distance. You think about building the whole business, changing your whole body, growing the entire channel, fixing the relationship, getting out of debt, becoming a completely different person. The goal is so large that your next action feels almost meaningless compared with it. Why record one video when you need thousands of subscribers? Why complete one workout when your body still looks the same? Why make one sales call when the business needs so much more? The action does not feel powerful enough, so you do nothing. But the purpose of the first action is not to complete the dream. It's to create proof that you are no longer standing still. There was a season when I desperately wanted to move out of my parents' house. I felt trapped there. I wanted independence, my own space, and evidence that my life was moving forward. I began looking for apartments, and I found one that I loved. In my mind, this could be it, but I needed to make 3 times the rent to qualify, and I didn't. I couldn't move in, bro. That rejection could have become proof that I was stuck. It could have become another reason to stop looking, stop believing, and tell myself that the life I wanted was still too far. And honestly, if I had kept looking, I probably would have found another apartment. 2 months later, my life moved in a direction I could not have planned. I moved to Sedona, Arizona. The apartment I thought I needed was not the only path forward. Had I received it, I may never have made the move that came next. That experience taught me that action does more than produce a result. Action reveals the path. You cannot always see the next opportunity from where you're standing now. Sometimes you have to move before life shows you what the movement is creating. The first step may not give you the outcome you expected, but it gives you information, experience, and a new position from which to see the next step. Standing still can only show you the same view. This is why waiting for motivation becomes so dangerous. You're asking your feelings to give you proof before your actions have created any. Keep saying, once I believe this will work, I will begin. But belief often grows because you began. Don't build belief in yourself by thinking harder about the person you want to become. You build it by watching yourself do what you said you would do. One video, one workout, one difficult conversation, one application, one offer, 1 hour of honest work. That action becomes evidence, and evidence changes the way you see yourself. You begin thinking, maybe I'm someone who follows through. Maybe I can face discomfort. Maybe this future is not as far away as it felt. That is where motivation starts becoming more available. Not because you forced a feeling, because you gave the feeling something real to respond to. But I need to give you an important guardrail. Not every lack of energy is a mindset problem. Become honest about the moments when you're physically capable of taking one small step. You don't have to feel amazing to begin. You only need to make the beginning small enough that your feelings no longer get the final vote. So here's the reset. I call it the proof before motivation reset. Step one, name what you are waiting to feel motivated for. Be specific. Don't just say, I need to fix my life. Say, I need to record the first 3 minutes of the video. I need to apply for one position. I need to outline the offer. I need to walk for 15 minutes. I need to send the message. Motivation cannot attach itself to a vague life transformation. Give it one clear target. Step two, shrink the action until it feels almost too small to matter. Your goal is not to impress yourself. Your goal is to remove the argument, open the document, put on the shoes, set up the camera, write one paragraph, research one client, clean one section of the room, then set a timer for 15 minutes. You're not promising to finish everything. You're promising to participate for 15 minutes. Beginning changes your state. The task is no longer an idea your mind can exaggerate. It becomes an experience your brain can respond to. And sometimes, once you begin, the energy follows. But even if it doesn't, you still kept the promise. And that's a win. Step three, record the evidence. When the 15 minutes are over, write down exactly what you completed. Not how you felt, what you did. I wrote 300 words. I made one call. I recorded the opening. I completed the workout. I had the conversation. Then choose the next visible step. Your brain needs to see that effort creates movement. The more evidence you collect, the less you need to negotiate every time it's time to begin. You stop asking, do I feel motivated? You start asking, what is the next proof? Bro, motivation is unreliable when it has no evidence to stand on. But one kept promise can begin rebuilding your entire relationship with yourself. You don't need to become a perfectly disciplined person today. You need one action that contradicts a story that you never followed through. Within the next 24 hours, choose one thing you have been postponing. Shrink it to 15 minutes. Complete it before you consume more motivational content. Because another video cannot give you the feeling that comes from watching yourself move. Content can remind you. The action has to prove it. If waiting to feel motivated, ready, or certain has kept you from going all in on the work you care about, download my free audio training, Limitless. Inside, you'll learn how to identify the limiting beliefs controlling your decisions, expand what you believe is possible, and step into the version of yourself who takes action before every doubt has disappeared. Do not make it another resource you consume while waiting to change. Listen to it. Identify the belief keeping you stuck and complete one 15-minute proof block the same day. The link is below. And once you have taken that first step, watch Stop Waiting, Take Ownership, Win on your screen next. That video will help you stop treating your dream like an option, rebuild belief in yourself by keeping your word, and take control of the future you keep saying matters to you. Subscribe and walk this journey with me, bro. I'm still learning how to move before the feeling arrives too. You don't need more motivation. You need more evidence that you move when you say you will. Action creates evidence. Evidence builds belief. Belief creates momentum. Take the first step, and no matter what, do not give up on yourself.